Hey, okay, I'll just waiting for the thing to update. Gotta press play. I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm on. So, anyway, that was the first time I used that I'll be on it at a certain time type thing. Kind of weird. Oh, sorry, I'm a total mess. I don't even look like me. Like, I don't even think I look like me. Maybe I do, and I just have this altered sense. Um, so, title Benzo withdrawal syndrome in an extreme wave. You know, wanted to talk about COVID and a couple other things. If you're on, say hello. There's a live chat, so you can be a part of that if you'd like. Um, my wave started. Well, let me just go through a short story of end of October. I got COVID, and it was pretty rough. Got over COVID, started feeling a little better after a while, and then I got the flu, which was just as rough, just not as weird. So, and here I am. I start after the flu. I started to get a little better, and then I crashed. I don't know if I did anything else wrong in the meantime, but I think what happened was that my nervous system was just so shot, and anything I was deciding to do was just making it worse. So right now I'm in the worst physical shape I've ever been in. Um, this my skin is burning. It feels like it's on fire. It feels like static electricity all over my body. That's like pinpricking and on fire. I can deal with it a little bit. Patricia, hello. Um, my head's just completely out of whack. Um, the pressure in my head's a little better. I don't recall if you recall my last video. I said I had a lot of head pressure. That has lightened up. I had a few decent days, but it came crashing down again. So that's not a surprise. Um, I thought things were getting better, and it just crashed again, like really bad, to where I was literally on the couch all day, just forcing myself to do work. I didn't even finish today, but I have to, so I will after this video. I have no choice. You know, life is hard. Life is hard. I feel like I've in the past 2 years, I've lost about 40 pounds. It's the stress alone. I'm eating. I eat 3, 4 times a day. Nothing major meals, but I eat enough to keep weight on, and it doesn't work. So, just doing what I can. Um, my appetite's okay. I could eat more if I could actually enjoy the food I was eating, but when you've been eating the same thing for so many years, it's just getting harder. It's getting harder because I'm so sensitive. I just don't know what's going to happen. I'll be honest. I don't know what's going to happen with me. I'm still tapering Remeron, and I haven't tapered in a year and a half almost. Probably about a year and 5 months. And I'll tell you, I can't even imagine getting to the point that I'm ready to taper. I can't imagine because I keep getting worse. Why am I getting worse? I have no fucking clue. But I don't like the way I look anymore. I don't like the way I feel. Um, I built my life to be really good. You know, for anybody who's followed my journey knows it's been pretty hard. And after I had that breakup and stuff, and I moved. At that time, it was really hard, but I got used to my life pretty quick, and I was much happier. I have a new girlfriend now, which is supportive. So it's just getting in the swing of things. Hey, Michael, let me see what you got here. All the comments always disappear on me. Michael says, "Hey Dan, I feel your pain. I'm a few years older and off Klonopin for a year, but I don't feel the same prior to taking the Klonopin. My main issue is chronic insomnia. Have you experienced this?" When I get really bad, well, let me start from the beginning. Yeah, insomnia was one of the main reasons I ended up going on Remeron. I didn't know Remeron was what it was then. I was so delirious that I didn't sleep for about 14 days, and my doctor prescribed that, and that just made me a zombie. I slept, but it was like, zombie sleep. And here I am suffering because of that. And honestly, if I could go back, I'd rather take the no sleep than what I'm dealing with 6.5 years later. There's way different options for sleep, that aren't pills like this. They should have never put me on an antidepressant. What's like an antidepressant for sleep? They just should never have done that. Not on a nervous system that's completely shocked and worn out. But yeah, I still get insomnia once in a while. Like right now, I'm going back and forth with insomnia because depending on how bad my symptoms are, I can't sleep with that. I can't sleep with bad insomnia. Or I can't sleep with bad symptoms so bad that they just keep me awake. But right now I'm at the point where it's like I'm sleeping, but it's not helping. I just can't believe how bad things have gotten for me. Seriously. I don't like anything about me anymore. Like I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm trying to eat all day too. Like I eat breakfast, then I eat lunch, which isn't that big of a meal. And I eat dinner, which today wasn't that big of a meal. Fuck. So there you go. But I ate 3 times, and tonight like 9 o'clock. What time is it? My time is 7 now. 9 o'clock, 9:30. No, probably about 9:45. I'll eat again. But I'm eating all the time to make it make sense. Yeah, I could eat more, but it shouldn't be enough for me to keep losing all this weight. So I know it's stress. And it's all stress because of what I've been dealing with the withdrawal syndrome. How could it not? You know what I'm saying? But I think COVID is a big culprit. I just do. I think COVID. I think COVID and then the flu, which was just as bad almost. I think it sensitized my nervous system so much. I was dealing with it and starting to feel better, but I think I was so sensitized that anything I did after that just fucked me up. And it just continually fucks me up. So it's like my life is turning into basically me laying around all the time to do nothing. And that's the way I survive. It sucks. I still go out for work, but it's been brutal. One of the things that's been so hard is that my physical symptoms are so bad that when I do go out for work or I go out and do anything, my physical symptoms are so brutal after. So it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'll probably end up going, even though I know this is pointless, but gotta do it. I'll probably end up going back to my doctors, getting a few scans and making sure some blood work and making sure nothing else is going on. Gets the whole blood screen. My doctor's not going to be back till March, so I'll do it then. Then probably go to a rheumatologist and talk to them and say this is what's going on, and they'll try to push a lot of drugs, which I won't take, but it's that deal. Thing is, they say, oh, don't take the drugs because it'll make you worse, but it's like I'm getting worse in general. So what the hell? I'm getting worse every day. And then some days it'll fool me, start making me believe it's getting a little better. And I'm trying to have, a new relationship. I'm trying to run my business. And I'll tell you, it's fucking impossible. It's hard. It's really hard. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Sorry. My whole body is buzzing. It's just buzzing. It's so uncomfortable. The pain is lessened, but it's still there, so I'm glad for that. But I feel the electricity going through my body, and realistically, at this point in my journey, I should not be, because I've had way less physical symptoms for the last 6 years. So what's the deal? I'm not pushing that hard. I'm pushing further. I have a new girlfriend, like I said, but I'm not going out but once in a great while. That's what I'm saying. The only thing I can think of is COVID and the flu. I think it sensitized me so much that I am pretty much at that point where it's just like, what are you going to do? And if it is, I have to hope by the time I feel any bit better that I don't get sick again. And it's not a fucking constant spiral. And I got to make sure I'm not making any other mistakes in the meantime. Make sure no alcohol, and make sure no bombarding of weird ingredients and stuff like that, in food and stuff like that. But even the ingredients wouldn't be doing this to me, not like this. So, alcohol, yeah, but I just have to be really vigilant. I hope I can say it's going to get better. I hope I can say that, because at this point, I've never had a wave like this get better fairly quickly. My last time I fucked up my meds and over tapered, at least there was a reason. It took like a year and a half, and my physical symptoms were remotely the same. So I don't know. I actually really never recovered from that. So if this is the case, where I never recover, and then I slightly recover, but I never fully recover, and it just keeps compounding, what am I going to do? What do you do in that situation? Because I can't taper. I mean, I'm taking care of myself. I don't get disability. If I got disability and I could stay home most of the time, this would be a lot fucking easier. I mean, I'd probably get more agoraphobic, but it would be a lot fucking easier. I'm almost ready to really be going to the doctors and being like, okay, I'm at the point where I can barely take care of myself, and these are the symptoms, and it's got to stop, and these drugs aren't working. And when I do try the drugs, I don't care if they work for 2 weeks, because after that, they stop working, and I have to keep taking more and more and more, and eventually then I'm in pure hell, and then I have to taper these drugs more. And this is what the shit that put me in the situation. So I don't want to continue that. So what do you do? What do you do? It's so intense. It's so intense. Not sure what to do about it. My mental has been brutal, but it could be worse. But it's bad. It all always goes together. The mental symptoms are bad. I feel, so disconnected. I feel like like my vision is very choppy. I can't gather information. It's like I'm in another world. I mean, I've been there many times before, but you can never really get used to it. But for some reason, the physical is just taking me out. And it's been like this for a while now, but it's gotten worse. Like, it's bad when I'm not doing anything, but if I have to go out for work for an hour or two, forget it. It's brutal. And then I have to recover from that. Let alone recovering from all the excess wave I'm dealing with. I can't even get to that point. So it's like, I hope this is not my baseline now, because if it is, I have a lot of rearranging in my life to do. I don't want to have to say anymore that I can do less, because I've done less for so long. But maybe that's just what my life is gonna be. I just can't see myself getting to the end. I can't see it. Me getting to the, winning, getting off the Remeron and letting the nervous system heal. I just can't see me getting there. I just can't. Not like this. I feel my body's just going to give out. I haven't had real exercise in over 6 years. And every time I tried, there was a time in this benzo withdrawal journey that I was starting to ride stationary bikes. Not long, but I could do it. But I can't do that shit now. Like, why? It's been all these years. I should be stronger, but I'm getting weaker. I don't know what to do. My physical symptoms are terrible. The thing is, then my physical symptoms weren't so bad. After I got ripped off the benzos, the physical was bad. But, it took me a while, a few years, and then I got to that point where I could kind of do some more stuff, take a walk and stuff like that. I was walking my dog. You remember I'd walk my dog here and there, and it was fine. It always messed me up a little bit, but it was fine. It was good. I was getting there, moving forward. Now I'm not even able to really walk without it destroying me. That's bad. That's really fucking bad. I've done everything by the book. I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm not even having ingredients remotely like alcohol. I still eat the same shit I ate from day one. Chicken, green beans, fucking some vegetables, and whatever, all the shit I can eat. So, I know stress is huge, and the fact that I got sick is just the only fucking answer, because I'm doing all the same stuff I've ever had. Like I said, I have a new relationship, and it's a good one. Yeah, that can be stressful a little bit here and there, but whatever. That shouldn't be putting me into this kind of space, So, I just don't know. I feel like my body is just done for. Not sure. It's sad and depressing. I know everybody kind of hopes for me to have answers and, give positives and stuff like that, but I got to be honest, things have been really hard. Harder than they've been in a long time. Not sure what to do about it. It has nothing to do with my past. I'm in a much better place now, like where I should have been for a long time. And but my health is not conducive to how I'm trying to live. So I need to weigh it better, I guess. But I can't, it's hard to say I'm going to do less when I'm already doing barely anything. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird. I'm getting good sleep, and that's good. Insomnia hasn't been a lot lately. There was a couple days, a few weeks back, that I had insomnia, and a couple days the last weeks where I've had some stomach issues in the middle of the night that keep me up. But nothing that's like totally abnormal. I've been getting a lot of IBS issues. So I don't know what that's about, but I think my whole system is just so sensitized right now. And it has something to do with me just walking. You know, I walk inside a grocery store and my symptoms just go crazy. And I think it has something to do with my heart rate being fast. You know, like right now, I guarantee my heart rate's pretty reasonable. I'm going to actually check it right now with you. When I got off benzos, my heart rate was going into the 200s once in a while. But I don't get that anymore. And even with this major wave, I just have one of these. My heart rate isn't that much. I'm going to guess it's in the 70s. Heart rate is 71. Oxygen is 96. 97. 96. So, yeah. So for me, a 70 heart rate is fucking amazing for sitting down, considering how sensitized and fucked up I am right now. Usually the heart rate goes way higher, you know, but when I'm standing, my heart rate's like 120, 130, you know, it's going a lot faster, and I think that revs up my system, you know, but I can't just sit around and go places. I can't sit, you know, can't do that. As much as that's fucking convenient, but I need to move. Because if without at least moving a bit, I'm just gonna fucking die. I don't want to fucking die. I've been fighting my ass off to get better and to get my life back. But honestly, I don't feel I'm gonna ever get it back. It's like I don't want to be a statistic in this, and you know what I mean. I don't want that. And I also don't want to just have a heart attack and die because my body's so fucking weak and my heart is so weak. But at this point, it seems just that's where it's going. That's where it's heading. And it's like, okay, people say start small. I can't. I can't even walk anymore. What do you do with that? Thing is, I can literally do the walking. It's hard, but I can do it. My dizziness doesn't help it, and my weird DPDR don't help it either, but I can do it. It's that fucking aftermath of bullshit. So, I hope you're all having a better night than me. It was actually mentally worse last night, but physically worse tonight. So I'm hoping tomorrow I feel a little better. Today was just a bad day. Bad day. You know, it's like my work has been slacking, and I'm just feeling like I'm falling apart. I'm starting to feel hopeless and all that shit. And I don't get that way too much, but now, like looking at I don't even want to weigh myself anymore. I'm just like all my clothes are just falling off me. And it's like, for what? I'm doing the same shit I've been doing. So why the big fucking difference? What is my body doing? So like I said, I'm gonna go back and get some blood work done. I don't think anything will change because it hasn't. The only time, like even last time, my vitamin D was in normal levels, not very normal, but it was in normal levels. So like even the vitamins were like okay, but I'll try it again. You never know. Maybe something's off. I still think, I mean, especially after COVID, like maybe COVID's changed something in my body. COVID was brutal. I was so sick. Holy shit. But I was clearer in my head when I had COVID than I am now. So, and just having motivation after COVID has been rough. Rough. So I know it's long COVID. I mean, the urgent care said basically, you've got long COVID. I mean, they can't test for it. So, it's just all word. But I'm sure I do. I mean, I still get disoriented. And I didn't have that. Not like I do now until I had COVID. The flu was brutal as fuck, but it wasn't bizarre like COVID. COVID comes with a lot of bizarre symptoms. But the flu was just as brutal. It was harsh. But the COVID, I'd have fucking a temperature 1 hour, the temperature would go down the next hour, then it would go out for really high. It was up, down, up, down, up, down. It was so weird. Boy, was I fucking sick. That was like 2 weeks. It's like weird because it's like I'm so sick, but I'm emotionally better because of my new relationship and stuff. And I want so much for that relationship. And here I am just struggling. It's like, okay, it's very basic. It's like giving kid candy and taking it away. It's just like that. It's just giving me something that's really amazing. And it's like almost being taken away because I can't enjoy it as much as I should be because of everything's so extreme. You just can't get away from the extremity of this illness syndrome. This syndrome. It's brutal. But and I've heard other people say after COVID, they haven't been in a wave like this in years. And it's absolutely true. It's been so many years since I've been in a wave like this. And the thing is, it's like I have to be careful, and I have no idea how long this is going to take. It could take a really long time. And if it does, I have to hope I don't get COVID again. This is a really sucky life because of this whole COVID thing, this changed everything. Why did it get harder? It should have never got harder. Seriously. It really breaks my fucking heart, to be honest, for everybody. Because what we deal with is beyond something like what we should be dealing with. And wow. Then COVID comes around. And then it's like we have a chance of being sicker than we already are. That's not right. That's not right. Safe to say I am emotionally better. Honestly, like, okay, if I separate things right now, like, not talking about me being sick, if I wasn't sick, I would really love my life. I've built something right now that I'm really proud of. Yeah, I could use a bit bigger of an apartment, but I'm running my own fucking business. I don't need anybody for that. I wish I could do more of it so I can make more money, but I'm sick. But okay, without being sick stuff. I run my own business. It's getting a lot harder though. I've built a new relationship that I adore. Um, I live in a cool city that I think is awesome. I won't be here forever, but it's a good place to land for a while. You know, since I'm by myself, I'm able to get places I need to be. So that's cool. It's hard though. It's fucking a lot harder than it was when I first moved here. These symptoms have just went insane. I never expected COVID and the flu to do what it did. The thing that pisses me off about the nervous system is like after those things I started feeling a little better. It's like it went from whoa, and then I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little better, and then it was like, oh, it like freaked out. And then it'll start to feel a little better, and it'll fool me like thinking, okay, it's finally getting better, it's finally getting better, and then crash. So we got 6 people in here. You guys really need better things to do. But it's a I can't even say it's ups and downs so much. It's like down severely and then somewhat back up. That makes me like give myself, you know, a chance to breathe a little bit. But my baseline is far. I haven't been to a baseline in a while. I think I was at a baseline kind of like when I was close to like moving. And then after I moved, you know, that was so much work and effort. But I was able to do the move pretty well. So I was pretty happy about that. But I need to get my baseline back to something that's, you know, normal. But I can't have this be my new normal. This is too much. This is too much. I'm at a point where it's like, it's keeping my anxiety running high because I'm scared. And I don't want to be scared all the time. I mean, anxiety is always going to be high for me no matter what. But usually it's a baseline anxiety, and I can ignore it a lot. But this is stupid. This is just continuous. And it was starting to get better there for a little bit. It took 2-3 weeks. It was starting to like be less. I'm like, okay, it's finally going away. Then last evening, it just popped in really harsh. All my symptoms, and it only popped in harsh because all my other symptoms were getting harsh. So my mental shit last night was insane. And I could tell my physical was getting a little worse. But I just hoped after I slept it would get better. But I woke up with like massive anxiety. Basically an anxiety attack. And that sucks. Not a panic attack, but like an anxiety attack. It was just like, oh, like I was going to throw up because of the anxiety. And I got a little better during the day, but not by much. And it's exhausting. And that's killing my fucking symptoms again. It's like, it's that fucking spiral. I'm supposed to not be scared of this. But how could I not? I'm getting worse. I'm by myself. I have to pay my bills. What am I going to do? You know? Fuck. It's ridiculous. I have a lot of people that care about me, and I appreciate that. But I want to be able to be there for people. You know, I want to nurture this new relationship. I want to drive far and go places and make more money. And here I am just suffering more. And I'm not even tapering. You know, I weigh my fucking Remeron every night so it's exact so it doesn't mess with me. And I've been on the same dose for about 1 year and 5 months. Shit. You're going to have to make a video, Scott. I would say congratulations, but who the fuck wants a congratulate being 6 years off? I mean, it's good, but it's like when you're still suffering, it's like, congratulations, you're still fucked. I mean, I'm glad I can still laugh because that means there's room for me to you know, be alive. But I'll be honest, I don't want to end up a statistic. I'm getting this fucking headache too. Um, and I seriously mean this. I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want you guys to find out that I did something stupid because I couldn't handle this. If I ever did, just know, just know that shit went way over the top and I couldn't do anything about it. But I'm hoping that's far off and or ever, not far off, but ever. Hopefully that'll never have to happen. Um, I can always tell when something's going on with me. I can always tell that it's not going to be an easy fix of it just like going to start getting better out of nowhere. So it's one of those things I have to be vigilant about what I'm doing with while still trying to live, but I might not be able to live for a while. That sucks. When you have and I've mentioned it a few times, when you have a new relationship and you're trying to build your life, not just relationship, just you're trying to build your life, build your business, like trying to get it bigger so you can feel more at home and confident. And it gets like this, and these symptoms get this bad. Um, it's really disheartening because you keep asking yourself, what did I do to keep deserving it to be like this? Because it's been one non-stop fight. And every time it gets a little better, there's something major sending me back. My baselines get worse. Everything gets worse. And then I have to fight harder. Some of how I feel is very acute, and some of it's not. And some of it is just brand fucking new acute. I'm not getting ripped off meds. What the fuck's going on? I get I have a shitty nervous system and it's frail as fuck, but what's going on to make it like this? That's the thing. I'm losing all this weight. I have fucking 40 symptoms again. All this bullshit. Can't even fucking keep my pants up. For fuck's sakes. This is like ridiculous. All my shit's falling off. It's just dumb. I hate looking at myself. I fucking hate it. My collarbone's sticking out again. Fucking see it. No, you can't. Whatever, you get the point. But it's like my collarbone sticking out again, and it's exactly where I was a long time ago. It's where I never wanted to be again. So I feel like I'm going down a downward spiral, and that scares me. How do I get out of that spiral? That's the thing. What do I do to start climbing back up? Because I need to start climbing back up now. I tried. No, I started to fall back again. I was starting to crawl back up. Tried to be positive, but then I slipped and I fell. Not by choice, but it's fucking exhausting. I don't know what to do. Have a good one, Scott. I hope so. We'll talk tomorrow. I might have a busy day tomorrow, though, so I'll text. Anyway, so we got 7 people on, maybe 6 in a moment, but if you have any questions, just ask. I'll be honest. It's been a long fucking ride for me. And I'm not saying all these things are happening out of nowhere. I mean, I'm on Remeron. The fact is, after I got taken off benzo. Well, being on benzos fucked me up in general. It fucked my nervous system. And then getting pulled off of them made it 100 times worse. But I never expected it to be like this 6.5 years later. I didn't. I thought I could push myself pretty hard and never get into an acute type situation. It's not like full acute. But then again, I didn't even know what was going on then. So I would love to know what I felt like then, now. Like, go in my body and see what it's like. Like, was it that bad? I mean, it was. I couldn't move. Fucking seizing and shit. So, yeah, it was bad. So, I mean, whatever. But it's like, some of it was so new, it probably felt way worse than it was. Because now I'm so used to a lot of the symptoms. But some of them you just can't get used to. I'm going to get off here in a minute or two. So if you do have any questions, ask now. I've been on here for almost 41 minutes here, so I want to save my voice a little bit. Got to get some work done, all that good stuff. But I've been very depressed. Not too chemically depressed like I was when I fucked up my meds. But I've been depressed because I wish things wouldn't be like this for me anymore. Because I was getting a lot of my life back for a little bit there. And then it's all taken away. It's all crashed, you know. And I'm doing my best to distract from it, not think about it, but it's so heavy, you know. All right, guys and girls, I'm off here. Thanks for support, and I hope anything I say helps you, even though it's been mostly sad stuff, you know. But, you know, that's why I'm here, so you can always ask questions in the comments later if you need to. So take care of yourselves.